Alright, I'm back with this 1995 Chrysler Cirrus. I can never say it right. But anyways, I got off the phone earlier with Zach McClain out of Arkansas, Elite Automotive Solutions, and he's got some good pointers. Kind of got me back on track with this one. And we think it's a TCM, and I'll show you why. So, well, first off, they said this TCM, when we got this car, was a reman TCM. When we got the car, it had a reman TCM in it, but all the potting was still in there. Nobody rebuilt it. They didn't do nothing with it. But if you look at the schematics here, so I was like, well, let me check power and grounds, because when I hook up, before I show you schematics, when I hook up the snap-on here, engine computer, I got no ETAC CCD messages from TCM, like we had the other day. I don't have the BCM codes now, just the ETACs one. So the engine computer is saying that I cannot talk to the TCM. This PCM is not talking to the TCM. And that's what sends the message, what gear you're in, over the CCD bus to the cluster. Well, if I go back, I go to other systems again, go to CCD system, Chrysler collision detection. This is an S. This is a J. Only thing that's going to come up is BCM. I tried it this morning. I put the computer, because it seems like it's worse when it's cold, or better when it's cold. I took the TCM out, put it in the freezer, and I had my Prindle correctly, with not all the square boxes, with just the parking lit up. Yeah, so BCM. See if there's any codes in here. ETAC's Prindle message not received. Yep. We start it here. So if you look, they're all square. But earlier, when I had it out of the freezer, put it the TCM in, just the park was lit up, like it was working correctly. Well, if you look here to the schematics, I took a test light, an incandescent test light. I'm not going to show it now, but I loaded up, so like 2.4 amps. And I checked. This power's good to the TCM. This ground is good. This ground is good to the TCM. I loaded up. But I got no 12 volt supply. What's supposed to happen here is I'm supposed to get 12 volts out, and it goes through this relay, the control side. It's always grounded. I have no 12 volts out of here. And that latches the relay over and gives it power to 16 and 17 from 15. So I didn't have any control. So if you look here, I'm probed in the pin 15. When I have key on engine off, my AES wave should show a light right here that the control side is lit up, and it's not. Evan's going to take this power probe here, put it in there again, buddy, and then push it forward and tell you. Push it forward. Hold it. Right there, it's holding, okay? All right, sorry, I had a phone call there. So when I'm giving, Evan's going to do that again. The control side, right now, key on engine off or key on engine running, the control side should light up. And it's not lighting up on here. We know the ground's good, but when I give this, the computer's supposed to give 12 volts out, and it's not. Evan's going to give it 12 volts out. Go ahead, buddy. Flip it. So we got 12 volts out. Let go. So what also I did was, and I can't even talk. I gave 12 volts to pin 16 and 17 right here through a jumper wire, or I can just use my AES thing and give it 12 volts here. Buddy, when I tell you to hold this in, you're going to hold it in, okay? When he does that, it's going to give power to both of these because it's spliced in. And I know the splice is good because I even give power down here. But it still has the same exact issues. Give it power, buddy. Hold it. Keep holding it. And it's still all squared up here in a minute. Takes a little bit. Same exact thing. So we have the same thing. You can let go, buddy. So now, a fire. It's not that cold out. So what I'm thinking is, We obviously have an issue with the output of the PCM on pin 15. We don't have voltage going through. I'm like, well, I can bypass it and give it voltage over here. Trans control relay output, switch positive, right? Because we have voltage coming down through here. I check this, I give it power down here. Even when I back probe here and give it power, still nothing changes. I still don't have comm to the TCM. So what I'm thinking is, these pins in here, something inside the board. And if you look, we know 15's not working. Well, look what's next to 15, 16 and 17, which is the same pins, or not same pins, really close to the pins on the board. We got a TCM issue, right, buddy? So I have Evan, did you let go? No, I have Evan holding that AS wave, giving a power, and I do a scan again. The only thing that comes up is the BCM. Keep holding it, buddy. The BCM all the time. The codes that come up. ETAX, PRNDL, we know that. So there is, what I'm thinking is happening is, we'll go back to this. Come on. Go back to engine. Go back to S for this 10th VIN, 10th digit of the VIN. It already did it. Codes and data. Now we're in the engine computer. No ETAX message from CCM. No ETAX CCD message. Chrysler collision detection. Okay, you can let go, buddy. So what that's telling me is we have a, obviously we proved we have no power coming out of this. But we have no power going in this. We bypass to give it power. Still doesn't matter. There's something on the circuit board level between pins 15, 16, and 17, which they're all close together. That doesn't mean they're close together on the board, but... Alright, so another test I did. I took a test light from 16 and 17 separately to ground. And I gave it power through here, and that power down there. So I know those wires are good. Another thing is we have the TCM out. You guys remember JJ?
What's up, guys?
He's lost some weight.
I have.
So ladies, he is ready to partay.
Yes, he is.
So TCM's out. Steve, not ready to party. Well, he is, but. So if you go in here and start with the TCM out, it'll run. Of course, same PRNDL. So look at that. I can still drive it with no TCM. Alright, so we got the TCM out. Same results, PRNDL on, but you can still drive it just like you did before. So it'll be stuck in like, I think it's in third gear when we do this. But, so that's just, I mean, it's proof that we need a TCM. We'll try to take the TCM out the potty now, see if we can do anything. But if not, they get a need to get a new TCM. Go from there. All right, so we got a bunch of potting. I'll remove this board. What a pain in the butt. Not saying we're going to fix it or not, but we used a hot air gun, got all this potting. Been doing it for a couple hours. Let's see if we can find anything. If not, we're going to get one from the junkyard. We did finally find one in the junkyard, if they have this TCM, and then go from there. So I took that. We've been cleaning it. I used a hot air gun. Tried to reflow some solders. I mean, it's got it real hot. I'm not saying it's correct. We're using this because that's a shielded case ground. Got that out. Make sure I'm not short nothing. And look at our PRNDL's back. Our PRNDL's good. Reverse. All of our gears are back. Now we're going to hook up a scan tool. All right, so our PRNDL's still good. We're going to hook up with the snap-on, like I said. Let me go back. I'm going to show you what I did here. Because I'm in the transact, so it's talking, but I want to show you how I got into it. Go to other modules. Let's go back. So let's go to CCD systems. Chrysler detection. Let's go to S. Enter. Let's go to J. Enter. So now it's going to scan for modules. Remember before we only had BCM. So we did all that work in this TCM. Now we have transaxle and BCM. Let's go to BCM. Look. See if there's any codes, or we have to clear them maybe from the old ones. We're going to have to clear them. Let's go back to other modules. So now we have transaxle. Like I said, we didn't have that before. Let's go to transaxle. Codes. It had a battery low code or disconnect code. But look, we got our live data and everything. We never had that before. Let's go to clear codes. Let me clear them while I'm off camera. So we're still good here. I'm in the engine, Chrysler engine. Remember we had a code before. I erased it. No codes present. Let's go back to other systems. CCD. Hang on, this is an S. So Zach McLean called it bad TCM. Even though it was a reman, the company said, well, the people who got it from said it was a reman and it had a sticker reman, but obviously nobody remanded it. So there's your BCM and your TCM. Just go to, there's going to be, I think there's still going to be a code in here for the battery. Nope, no codes present for the TCM. I got all my live data. It says we're in park, which we are. If I move that, it's going to change, which I did. I did it off camera. I want to go to the BCM. I don't know if I don't think I cleared the codes on this one though. I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't clear the E-Tax one, but that's, we can clear. I don't even know if you can clear that one. But anyways, it is good to go. We're going to go drive it, make sure it's good. Actually, we're not going to drive it because I don't want that circuit board to short out. What we're going to do is take that back out. I got a couple things I got to fix on there. Because when we're scraping, I got to fix a couple things. A couple of these shielded grounds that goes into it. We're going to clean up, potting up some more. We're going to clean the board up, fix these grounds, reflow it on the bench better with some flux, get all flowed up, put it back in, do some potting. This thing will be good to go. So it has a bad TCM for this 1995 Chrysler Cirrus, whatever they call it. So one other thing here. I'm not going to drive it yet because I don't want all this to get in the way. What we're going to do is we're going to put all this back together, put it in, and then drive it. But I probably won't film that part. But before our relay never worked. The relay was good, but it wouldn't ever work because it never got 12 volts out of the computer to energize the relay. Key on engine off. Go ahead. And it just clicked. I felt it. Turn it off. All right, so what we're going to do now is I got my power probe hooked up. We're on pin 15, which is the one we have 12 volts going out. We want to make sure we have voltage going out we never did before. Okay, turn key on engine off. There we got battery voltage. Turn it off. So that's good. So now we know what's going through the relay. And then it's going, we could check these. We know we have part of those because we have COM. So we just got to finish dressing up that computer, put it back together. And that is it for this vehicle.